Assalamualaikum everyone. I just want to take a few minutes of your time today to talk about Ramadan, importance of Ramadan, and my story about Ramadan, what I experienced 4 years ago. Now, this video is intended first for me and then to everyone else. Anything I say that's incorrect, or if I offended you, I apologize for advance. So to begin, about 4 years ago, right before Ramadan started, I told myself, okay, this year I want to read the Quran, English translation. I read the Arabic many times before that, but I wanted to understand what's written in the book from Allah. As a Muslim, I should know what it says, because I've been told it tells you everything, so I want to experience that. So from the first day, I started reading Quran and went from page to page to page to page, and I just couldn't stop. It took me 29-30 days, but I did finish. Now, I did try reading in English translation before that several times, but for some reason, after a page or two, I just lost interest, or I just fell asleep. I mean, majority of the translations were what's called Shakespeare language. You know, to me that it was hard to understand. But I think that was all in my head. But you know, later I'll explain why I was able to read in Ramadan. Now, after reading while reading Ramadan, I got really interested, you know, with the Quran and what it says. It tells you how to lead your life, how to manage money, how to what to do with, you know, how to handle your neighbors, your family, your friends, how to interact with them. Basically, every little details you need to know how to run your life was there, and I just couldn't believe it that I took all these years to read it, and you know, and I should have done it from before. I would have been in a better shape, let's just say. Now, while reading, and you know, you also have to read namaz 5 times, read Tarabi to kind of get the full impact of that month. But I had this wonderful spiritual feeling, and it's hard to explain, but I get this feeling that it all makes sense to me, you know, why we're here, what we should be doing, how to lead my life. Every detail is there. I felt like Quran was the manual for life, and it is the manual for life. After you read it, after you understand it, it tells you everything you need to know. And we always believe that this life is so tough, life is so hard, why is Allah making hard? But He gave this Quran a full manual of how to lead your life. You know, like you go to IKEA, you buy furniture, you know, they give you a manual how to build it, piece by piece by piece. Same thing with the Quran. It's the manual for life. Everybody should read it. Okay, back to the story. After that, I mean, that spiritual feeling, it was so wonderful. It was the best feeling in the world. Now, ever since then, every year I wait for it. I want to get that feeling again. I want to get the feeling every year. You know, everybody says, "Oh, Ramadan is going to be a long month. You know, long fasting, hours and hours of fasting." But I love it. I love it. I mean, I don't know if I'm addicted to it, but I love it. That feeling, I crave for that feeling every year, and I hope everybody gets that feeling this year. Now, to talk about the importance of Ramadan, you know, many people, even scholars say, if Ramadan is the month where you feel the hunger, to feel what the poor people are going through. They might say to cleanse your body, you know, to lose weight, you know, to get the spiritual feeling, deen, or increase your deen, many reasons. But the number one reason I believe is to obtain taqwa, to be God conscious, to be righteous, know what's right from wrong, and to fear Allah in a good way, you know, so that way it keeps you away from evil. Now let me tell you why it's important and easy to read Quran during Ramadan. First of all, if you read Quran, you could read Quran any time of the day, you know, any time of the month, anytime you want, period. But if you read Quran during the other months, and you read the Quran in Ramadan, you actually get at least tenfolds of more blessings. Now in Ramadan, you know, it says in the Quran and in a lot of Sunnah that the gates of heaven are wide open. So there's endless blessings you could obtain. You just have to work a little bit for it. You know, Allah made this life easy, but you have to work a little bit to get His blessings. You know, and He did make it easy. You could do anything. You could say La ilaha illallah, you know, and you get endless blessings. But anyway, so back to why that was why it's important. One of the reasons why it's important. Plus, you want to know your book. It's, you know, you're a Muslim. You know, your faith in Islam. You should know your book, what your book says. You know, it's very important. Now let's talk about why it's easy to read in Ramadan. Now as you know, we fast. You know, 10, 15, 16, 17, maybe 18 hours a day, the whole 29, 30 days. Now the point of fasting, there's many obviously, but one of them is, so it does cleanse your body. You know, you taking food, you're supposed to eat proportionally. You know, 1/3 for your belly's supposed to be 1/3 for air, 1/3 for water, and then 1/3 for food. But for some reason, when Maghrib, you know, a breakfast comes, you just go crazy and eating a lot. But we shouldn't be doing that. Anyway, back to fasting. So you're fasting all the day, throughout the whole day, and you know, you start to hear your stomach growling for food and so forth. So your main focus is food. You're constantly thinking about, like, oh, what I'm gonna eat today, or what did mom make today, or it smells delicious, even if the food is not there. You know, you're constantly thinking about it. So that keeps you away from, you know, anything evil or anything bad. It keeps you away from, oh, I want to go, you know, lie to my friend, or say something to backstab, or steal something. It keeps away from it. You know, or you wanted to do, you know, some harm. You know, because all your focus is on food. So it keeps you more focused. So when you're reading the Quran, even though your mind is on food, but once you're reading Quran, you could focus on the Quran itself. You know, at the same time, we know in a lot of hadiths and in the Quran says that shaitan is jailed, so his influence is not there. He cannot keep away from trying to do good during that month. Now, rest of the 11 months, he's always there. And if Ramadan you're still doing those bad things, that's because, you know, you're used to it. You know, not because he's there and he's pulling you to do bad things. It's just you're used to it, and you know, you just keep on doing it. But if you try to do something good during Ramadan, he can influence you and take you away. Let's say you're praying, or you're doing something good, he's not gonna come and say, hey, let's do this, it's more fun, let's let's party, let's go drinking or anything like that, or focus you on how to get money and so forth. So that being said, Ramadan is a few weeks away, and hopefully you take advantage of it. At least read the Quran. And now there's a very good translation. I went through many translations, but this is the best I could find. It's the Noble Quran English translation of the meaning and commentary by Dr. Muhammad Taqiyuddin Al-Hilali and Dr. Mohsin Khan. Hopefully you can see it, but I'll post a link where you could get it, and or if you want me to get it, I'll get it for you. But the publisher does take time, so it takes about 2-3 weeks before you get it, so I would do it immediately. But if you have a better translation, or if you have a Quran in your house, do take advantage of this coming up Ramadan and read it. I'm not saying you didn't already, but read it, and just you get endless amount of blessing. And if it's your first time, you'll get that unbelievable feeling, best feeling in the world. Like I said, I can't explain, but hopefully you get a chance to do that. Anyway, Assalamualaikum, and if you have any questions, just call me or email me, and next time. All right.